Hear this every single day from somebody, if not many people. I wish I had an NDE, and I wish that I could read vibrations like you do. Okay, so now we're going to have a reality check on what it is like to be me. Let's do the NDE first. My life was so bad and so messed up that the only way that I could get my higher self could get my attention was to kill me. Then I was in a lovely 30-day coma, at which point I came out and I had nowhere to live, no money, no job, could not walk, could barely talk and think, and I could not dress myself, bathe myself, or toilet myself. For the following year after that, I learned to do what we call ADLs, which are activities of daily living, again, while simultaneously going to what I had experienced on the other side, not realizing that I could connect those two things. Coming back every time from the other side feeling morose as my situation in the physical was pretty darn dire. Sorted my way out of that, got my strength back, got first job, second job, third job, got a house, got a car, and was right back in the mess that I was in before I died. Way to go. Learned a lot, didn't I? In the meantime, while I was doing all that, again, I was spending a great deal of time on the other side. Coming back here, making me feel even worse because I was over there in perfection and have to come down to hell. So it was like jumping from the best heaven to the worst hell, back and forth, thousands of times in a single 24-hour day period. Okay, sound like fun? Yay. Okay, so once I got out of that, then I started sorting out my life and starting to realize that I could attach the information from the other side to this planet, but there was so much information. I had received so much, or remembered so much, that it took years for me to even begin to assimilate it all and start to incorporate it into my life. As I started to do this, one of the first things that I did was learn to read vibrations that I had always been doing my whole life. And when I realized that I had been doing it, I accumulated and assimilated all that information so that kind of like reading of vibrations is kind of like learning a new language. Every vibration is a little bit different, so it's like different word. So every vibration, there are infinite vibrations, infinite timelines, infinite people that are all changing all the time. So let's say unconditional love vibration coming from me will look one way, and it will look a different way coming from you. That's the whole point. We are creator gods, separate yet part of the source, so we don't do anything identical. Otherwise, that would be redundant, and we don't do that. So I'm learning this vibratory language, and at this point, I've gotten very, very good at it. Now, on this planet, whenever I was learning vibrations, because it has been in the third dimension, what you would consider negative things are much, much, much louder. They're much easier to see, feel, know. Okay? So this reading of vibration, which comes across to me as an instant knowing, feeling all of your senses at once times 100, I can now access these at once. And of course, I started seeing the ones that were bad first. So every child that was tortured at night, everyone that was abused, every woman that was abused, every rape, every murder, every torturing of animals, every torturing of plants, every tree that was cut down, I felt it, heard it, knew it on the whole planet. At this point, I became very, very overwhelmed and very, very, very sad. So now I'm going to the other side even more often. Don't want to be here at all. Suicide is now very, very real. At this point, Stephanie and I started talking. And then I realized that she didn't have any amnesia, and she was just as miserable as I was, and she could hear the same thing that I was. So we helped each other begin to hear, identify, and bring in the positive things that are on the planet. Doesn't mean the negative things go away. It just means that we started to look at the good things, which you would think good, happier things. But they are very, very little, and the vibration on them is very, very low. So it takes going into intricate vibrations to find them. So we have to find, although each one is much stronger than the same size negative one, it still takes a lot of them to counteract all of the negative ones that we feel at any given time. So that is how it works. Okay? So this is my day now. Every morning I wake up, and the first thing I feel, hear, see is the loudest things on the planet, which are all bad, horribly bad. Every kind of bad thing that you can imagine that you've heard of, thought about on the planet. When I wake up, my eyes open, that's what I see, hear, feel first. And this is what I do for the first hour as I walk around making my tea or my green drink, or a cup of coffee, is I do this. They are creator gods. They know what they're doing. It's none of my business. They are creator gods. They know what they're doing. It's none of my business. And I say that over and over and over again until I can get away from all of that lower vibratory gaming that's going on by other entities. Then I look forward and go out there and lock on the positive ones. Then I tweak through my day, trying to lock on more and more to the more positive ones so that I can go to a collective that's a little bit quieter. In the meantime, all of that screaming and hollering and negativity that's so loud, it is still in my head, in my body, in my knowingness all day long. All day long. All day long. So I have to deal with that. Plus, I need to lock on to the higher ones so I can go to a higher vibration and go to 5D. At the same time, I'm answering all of you guys' questions, doing everything I've got to do as a human being day to day. And I'm going to add to that writing a book, opening a website, working on minds.com. But no, I have plenty of time. So if you guys cannot listen to a video about divine masculine and shadow masculine and make adjustments without judging and becoming extremely emotional, you aren't even close to being able to handle what I handle every day. And in order to get to 5D, you must get to where I am. And you must be able to disregard the lower vibrations, as in not bad. They cannot spike your emotions. They cannot get you upset. You just have to be able to objectively look at them, realize that they're a game, it's nothing to do with you, and continue to read the vibrations to get to 5D where those vibrations no longer exist. But in order to get to 5D where they no longer exist, you must find them, the 5D vibrations, here first, in spite of the fact that you are drowning in the other ones. Okay? So there you go. Yeah. I guess that's about all I have to say on that matter. Yeah. Love you guys so much. Huge hugs, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.